The best vehicle ever now on Raceroom and other news right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to a regular news roundup. If you have any news for us, send us a mail to news@romrom.net. Thanks for watching, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. Romrom is 3 years old, Automobilista 2 1 year old. Let the champagne roll, but don't drink and drive, okay? Good thing we don't really drive, we only make believe. By the way, this week you will make believe you drive through Iberia in the newest DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2 due the 8th of April, that's next Thursday. Ha! We haven't yet started the news and we're already delivering the news. What a service! Before we do that again, here's the news. Studio 397 start their blog post by making it clear it is their understanding being bought by Motorsport Games will accelerate the progress in the development of the sim. Time will tell if they are right, of course. Also, they have continued their work in the seemingly deep-seated issues within rFactor 2 as they have been telling us all this time. The results are typically going to be something you cannot see directly, like making the code easier to work with, so-called refactoring, but that can have a big impact on middle and long term as easier code makes updates and bug fixes a lot easier and faster. They've also clarified what the different betas mean which you encounter in the Properties tab. Most of you will have set it to none, it's the standard setting, and other than nosy YouTubers like us, not many people go searching for betas. Release candidate is the nearest approximation to what will be delivered in the next public build. We say approximation because in case any serious issues appear in any feature in the release candidate, that feature quite possibly will not be delivered in the next build. Previous release lets you download and install the build made public directly before the one that is now public. This is something you may need if the actual public build is broken or breaks something in your system. Been there, done that, happens sometimes despite all testing. Old UI is, as the name says, the last build they published before they added the actual mess of a user interface that they are now trying to push down our throats. As you can hear, I don't like the usability of it one bit. Studio 397 really dropped the ball here. Anyway, most of you will keep the default and only the brave or really stupid, however you want to see it, will go for the release candidate. Studio 397 are also working on delivering a page on their website showing how much content you get when you buy the sim, not including third-party mods, of course. It's that much that you can get lost, so it's a good idea to show it in a clear way. They also tease us by commenting they are, quote, busy scanning tarmac, end quote, while of course not yet saying which tarmac it is. All they are willing to say is it's not Daytona because it's in Europe. That makes it very easy to know which it is, right? If you have an idea, let us know in the comments. Well, another thing they are willing to say about it is that it's of course going to take some time to have the data ready for release, therefore the track will come out middle or end of this year. Moving on with the update, those of us who broadcast streams of races will be interested in the new overlays and the new functions for overlays the sim got, adding information like gear and pedals to them. We're gonna take a good look at those for the next rFactor 2 races with stream, the next being on the 11th of this month, that is next Sunday. Don't miss it. What else can you expect in their newest build? You will be able to set up wipers and headlights to automatic, which is also being the standard setup if nothing is changed in the sim. Lots of small graphics and lighting issues corrected, also different changes in the UI like adding sector and lap timing to the replay bar or adding autoblip, autolift and many other settings to the difficulty screen. and also some correction in the way the sim handles mods. Those of us who own the Kart Sim DLC will soon see changes in the way the light is handled, as this DLC is also going to use the new code of rFactor 2 for graphics and especially for light, the PBR. From what we can gather out of Studio 397's information, this will come at no cost to anyone who already paid for the DLC. Another content that will get a taste of the graphics update will be the USF 200, the American open-wheeler Studio 397 published in 2016. They hope this will bring a newfound love for the car, and after that it will be Lime Rock Park, which will get the attention of the team, and an extensive PBR update. And in case you missed it, Studio 397 published the following content in March: Tirilla and Rome Formula E tracks for pay, and updates on the already existent Formula E content, Stock Car 2018 X vehicles for free, and an AI update for Circuit d'Azur, and diverse work on their competition system. As always, you can find the details by following the link in the description. We're starting a metric based on the reported average usage of a sim as reported by Steam, and we'll be tracking that month by month and telling you about it here in our news. We are aware this leaves iRacing out of the picture, so if you know where iRacing reports monthly average usage numbers, please let us know. We'd love to deliver a full picture. But until we get those numbers, we'll be talking about Assetto Corsa Competizione, Automobilista 2, Raceroom Racing Experience and rFactor 2. We will be adding Kartcraft and Dirt Rally 2 for good measure, but those are niche products within a niche, and we don't expect those numbers to soar anytime soon. We'll gather these numbers always on the first Saturday of the month and present them to you in the pertaining week. Depending on any shifts, we'll make a full news out of it or just a small presentation. The future will tell. Enough explanation, here's the numbers. Not surprising to anybody who's looked at usage numbers, Assetto Corsa is still by far and by all means the most used sim of them all, followed by Assetto Corsa Competizione. Why Assetto Corsa is so beloved is something we commented already a while ago, see the link up there. Assetto Corsa Competizione's dominance over older and younger sims is interesting, although knowing that GT3 is the most beloved series for people to race in sims helps understand the numbers. But you could race GT3s in rFactor 2 and Raceroom Racing Experience, and even in Automobilista 2. It may be that the close-knit partnership with the SRO organization gives it some push, as does the license for F1 to the Codemasters Simcade franchise, or that it's very easy to organize multiplayer in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Also interesting is the continued usage of Dirt Rally 2, which is a very good rally simulation by all means. And we'll have to see how the numbers for Kartcraft and rFactor 2 develop once the ownership by Motorsport Games starts bearing fruits. At last, we sim racers will be able to race in the best vehicle ever published in Raceroom. And you can get them for free. These shopping carts come in 3 versions with their own livery and are the fulfillment of a promise we sim racers have had to wait for since April 1st of last year. It was time well invested, we must say, as there is no other vehicle we're going to race in from now on, and we hope Raceroom will soon dedicate all championships to this excellent racing monster. More information about the April 1st update these cars came in can be found in the link in our description, including improved performance by temporarily disabling crypto mining and other important updates. Codemasters have launched the Codemasters Dirt Rally team in the Junior WRC of this year. The team is comprised of John Armstrong, who has competed in the WRC at both Junior and WRC2 levels. He is the full-time Codemasters rally expert and was the winner of the 2018 Esports WRC Championship. All Junior WRC drivers use the Ford Fiesta Rally 4 cars and race through 5 European locations. Croatia, Portugal, Estonia, Belgium and Spain. According to John Armstrong, he and his co-driver Phil Hall trained together on Dirt Rally 2. The most fun you can have, even if you DNF, is getting an upgrade for the newest PlayStation console, the PS5. Owners of the PS4 version can get the upgrade for €9 USD, while the game costs €40 USD if you buy it new for this console. Available from June 1st on, now you know why the latest tournament was rather underwhelming. The developers promise 4K resolution on 60 FPS, plays for 24 people on multiplayer, a ton of graphic updates compared to the PS4 version, as well as faster loading times and DualSense haptic effects, whatever those may be. With Automobilista 2 now at 1.1.3.5, Racer is celebrating the first year since they released their newest sim. For example, with the immensely classic Lotus 79, the first car to completely use ground effects aerodynamics with an underbody completely set up to use them. The car was so fast and had such a ground effect that the chassis Lotus used until then was not able to sustain the G-forces and had to be strengthened. Despite this added weight, it brought the 1978 Constructors' Championship to Lotus as well as the World Championship to Mario Andretti. Yep, Mercedes are not the only ones where the car makes the champion. But enough racing history, back to Automobilista 2. Racer continued work on the physics on an incredible level of detail we're not going into here, but that is mind-boggling and a testament to Racer's wish for accuracy in the simulation. See the complete list through the link in our description. They have also expanded the amount of championships you can be racing at the same time, but had to move custom championships to May. Also, the Great Jacarepaguá circuit got historical layouts 2005, oval, Sul and stock car roval. Racer have updated the HUD, which will mean that any customization you've done on it will be reset. Also, they have added a ton of vehicle info into the vehicle selection screen, so now you can directly learn about the availability of tire compounds, DRS, boost, adjustable turbo, adjustable onboard brake bias and roll bars and headlights. Might be overkill, might be exactly what you need when choosing a car to race with. As we've come to expect, they have tinkered with the AI in a big level of detail. We expect they won't stop until the AI is as good as it was with the first Automobilista. The same can be said for the tracks where, for example, they've reduced the rose mesh noise in Jacarepaguá, Interlagos, Historic and Hockenheim. It's heartwarming how precise they want to be, isn't it? Which other sim cares about the mesh noise of the tracks? And while they've of course also tinkered with the vehicles, this time the list is much smaller than the other sections, but also full of details. On the other hand, what our channel is full of is videos sharing the joy of sim racing. So check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.